Hey everybody, what y'all doing? Well, today I went to Home Depot in Madison, Mississippi, and looked around their garden center, and they had lots of pretty things out, and I just was like, oh, it's like a kid in a candy store. I wanted to get everything, but reined it in, and I said, what can I get that would be a pretty spring container, because it's the end of March right now, and might have another cool snap in April, probably. You know, the old wives' tale is that if it thunders in February, then it's gonna frost on that date in April. And we definitely had some thunder in February, lots of it. So we'll probably maybe get a little cool snap and some frost in April. But anyway, so I am going to plant up a container, a concrete container that I have, with some nice spring and perennial plants. So I'll probably change it out the closer it gets to summer, but if it'll last through the whole summer, I'll be good with that too. But let me show you what I have here. This is the container right here. It's concrete, it's really nice. I like it a whole lot. And for the past 2 years, I've had a big palm in it. Palms are not hardy here in Mississippi. So after the first winter, I took it out and put it in a container and took it to my work and overwintered it at my work, and then brought it out last summer and planted it back in here. And I would put, I think it was impatiens that I put around the bottom of the palm, and it was really pretty. But I did not get around to taking it out this winter, so it froze. And I finally cut it out, but I do need to get the old root ball out. But I thought that these plants would be really pretty in this container. Let me show you what I have. Home Depot had it going on today. Look at these hellebores. They are so pretty, and I love them because they're usually the first things to bloom. These will actually start blooming in January here in Mississippi. Like, I've seen snow on the ground and it, you know, be really cold, and these things would be blooming. But isn't that so pretty? Now, these will probably get a little tired when it gets really hot, and at that point in time, I can take them out of the container and plant them in my landscape. And another good thing about these hellebores, they're also called Lenten roses, if you didn't know. Another good thing about these hellebores is that the deer don't bother them, knock on wood. The leaves are, especially as they get older, the leaves are kind of tough and leathery like. And as far as I know, the deer have not bothered the ones that I have in my landscape out here. So I have 2 of these, and look, they had a pretty good price on these too, and they had a lot of them. So if you want to go to the Madison Home Depot, they have them. Yeah, these were $20 a piece. But the good thing about it is, after I take them out of this container, I can put them in my landscape, and you know, I'll have them for as long as they want to live, which should be years and years, because they are perennials. But most of the time for Lenten roses or hellebores this big, well, the last time I bought any was probably 3 years ago, and they might have been in a container this big, but they were not this full, and I paid $25 a piece for them 3 years ago. So $20 for this size is a pretty good deal, I think. And then you have them forever. They'll be in your landscape forever. Okay, so that's going in the container. Another thing I'm going to put in the container is this. This is the Southern Living brand of carex. It's called Everillo. And y'all have heard me talk about this one before, and I told y'all that I was going to get all kinds of it and put it around this year. Well, I'm trying to make good on that promise. I bought 2 of them, and one of them is going to go in this container. But you can put it in the landscape. You can put it in your containers. It's good for shade. And see, it's this yellow color, so it's a good pop of color for you where you need something sort of bright in a shady spot. But yeah, these, and the deer don't eat these either. Like I have what we call monkey grass around, trying to border a bed that I have over there, and the deer always eat it up. So if you're looking for a grassy something, this carex Everillo by Southern Living plant collection, this is a good one. So I'm going to put this one in the pot, in the container. And I bought these Dusty Miller. This container was $6.98. But if you look in here, there are 4 actual plants, 4 Dusty Miller plants, and I'm going to separate them and put them around in this container back here. So if you look at your plants, you have a container and it's big, and you think, oh, well, that's a good big size plant. Look around in there, because it's probably multiple plants, and you can separate them. And so you can get more for your money that way. But this is a good way to make your dollar stretch. Find a full one, see how many plants are in there, and separate them. Okay, another thing that I bought to go in this container is this annual. This is an annual, so it probably won't come back. It's a springtime annual, but it's called alyssum. But I just love that purple lavender color. I thought that was so pretty. And if it wants to kind of melt and die when it gets so hot here in Mississippi in the summertime, I'll just take it out and maybe put something else in there. But this is what I'm working with to go in this container. But right now, this container still has the root ball from the palm that was in here. So I need to get this out and kind of fluff the soil up and rework it. So that's what I've got to do next. And I'm gonna have to pull this hair up. And I've got a sweat stash going on. This is Friday afternoon as I'm trying to film this. And let me tell y'all what, the mosquitoes are out in full force. I had to put some off on, and I'd have these blue jeans on. I was going to put shorts on, but I said, no, the mosquitoes will carry me off. Kind of under these trees and stuff, they are bad. You get your hair up. Whew. Okay, had to pull my hair up. Let me show you what else I got plant-wise. I bought this. This is called Pachysandra, and this is a ground cover. And it kind of goes in a, I think I've been putting it in a shady spot. And it'll kind of spread and run around everywhere. But this was $2.98. So I just picked it up. I thought it was pretty. I could put this in the container. I might do that. Oh, and I didn't tell y'all how much the carex Everillo is. $12.98. And this is one that you'll have forever. It'll be out in your landscape forever. So it's pretty good deal there. Oh, I got this. I think this is so pretty. It's called a Japanese painted fern. You see how the new growth sort of has that burgundy color stem. And anyway, I have all kinds of other ferns around, but I thought that this one would be a pretty one in the collection that I have going. And I bought dianthus. This is a 6-pack, and it's pretty big. These plants are pretty big. They're kind of stout. But there's 6 of them in here, and it was $9.98. I can't do that math in my head, but it was a pretty good deal. And I love dianthus because for me, it comes back every year. And this is called Evolvulus. This particular, the name of this one is called Blue Days. And it is blue. You know, there aren't many flowers that are really blue. They'll call it blue, but it'll really be purple. But this looks sort of like a true blue color. That's why I like it. But if I'm not mistaken, Proven Winners has a brand of Evolvulus, and it's called Blew My Mind Evolvulus. And it's a Proven Winners brand. And one cup that's not much bigger than one of these right here at the Home Depot today, one cup of the Proven Winners Blew My Mind Evolvulus was $6.95. And I saw some at the other nursery that I went to the other day, and it was $7.95. Now that's the Proven Winners brand. So today I had to go with it's not a Proven Winners, it's a first runner-up. But it looks good too. And it's quite cheaper. So I'm going to go with it. Now, this needs to go in a sunny spot. And this can withstand dry, tough conditions. So I'm probably going to put this in an area where I don't get around to watering it very much. But yeah, I think that's everything that I got today. But I want to show y'all my plant haul before I get to planting this container up. Okay, I've cleaned the pot out and I've added fertilizer, and I've also added some of my homemade compost that I made in my garbage cans using my kitchen scraps. I added that too. So hopefully this thing will do good this year. So I'm going to kind of put these in the middle. Find a spot for them. When I took the root ball out of that palm that was in here, you should have seen all the roots that I fished out of this container. Ooh, this is looking kind of root bound. Look. See how the roots are just wrapped around here? I'm kind of breaking them up so they won't just continue to wrap around and strangle itself. So if I do it like this, then maybe the roots will spread out. All right, that's good. I think I'm going to put the other one kind of right here, sort of in front of it a little bit. It's not quite as tall. Oh yeah, this one is rather root bound also. Just kind of get your fingernails in there and sort of break it up a little bit. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, well, that looks pretty just like that. I think I need to get some more compost and put around. Okay, next I am going in with the alyssum. I think I put it right here. This is not root bound at all. And I'm gonna kind of tilt it a little bit to the outside so you can kind of see it from a distance. So you don't have to just be standing over it to see it. That looks pretty. Next, I'll do the carex. Now this pot is getting a little tight because those hellebores have pretty big root balls. But with this, I think I can kind of loosen up these roots some and sort of get rid of a little bit of this excess soil and kind of manipulate this root ball to get it to fit into the spot where I need it to go. That looks good. Now I'm going to tear apart these Dusty Miller plants. See, there's one. Let me get my hoary knife. Here's my hoary knife, and I'll just demonstrate to y'all how I'm going to take this apart. All right, there's one of the plants. I'm just gonna kind of cut it. So there's one of the plants. It'll make it easier to tuck into a small space. Here's the second plant. You can just tear it apart with your hands. And the third plant and the fourth plant. Yeah, get your money's worth. Number 3 and number 4. Going to get some more compost and put it around the root balls. think it looks so pretty. It's dark out here right now, but I'll be sure to bring y'all out first thing in the morning and show y'all what it looks like. Here it is the next morning. Last night it got dark on me while I was planting this container up, and so I didn't get to give you a good shot of it in the end because it was just too dark. But this is how it is. But this is how pretty it turned out. It's early Saturday morning, and we're supposed to get rain here in a little bit. So I hadn't even had my coffee yet this morning, and I thought, I've got to get out there and get a picture of this container because it is just too pretty. But yeah, there are the hellebores. And the Dusty Miller kind of brighten it up in the spots. That purple is pretty. And then, of course, the carex ever really is a bright spot. And this is the back. I may stick something right there. But yeah, I think it just turned out really pretty. Listen to the birds. I wish you would. Sometimes I put music over my videos, but when the birds are chirping like this, I think folks had just rather listen to nature. I know I had. So I'm going to quit talking, and I'm just going to show you what's blooming or about to bloom in my yard. And y'all can listen to the birds. But first of all, let me say, these azaleas, if they will actually bloom, they have so many buds. Until this is going to be a show if they'll bloom. And you know, when they do, I'm going to show y'all.